This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
I've got an awesome dude with us today, Dan Kuschell. He is a husband, a dad, a serial entrepreneur, founder and CEO of Breakthrough 3X. Helps businesses get unstuck, connect the dots.
We've recognized, Derek, there are 6 critical P's in business, right? I've assessed over 4,000 companies in the last handful of years. I've talked to over 1,000 founders of those 4,000 businesses. Companies, from small business who've made it to big companies who've made it. We've assessed companies like Apple and Nike and many others along the way, and we found there's 6 critical P's in those. Now we won't have time to go through all 6 P's, but a way to think about it, like I'm in my hand right now. I like to use some props here and there. And in my hand, you probably, if you're watching or listening, you probably remember the Rubik's Cube, right? The Rubik's Cube is essentially a 3 by 3 by 3 cube, and I've got it in my hands here. And so it's a 3 by 3 by 3 cube. Now, Google supercomputers ran a test on it, and they found that there are over 20 million combinations to solve a Rubik's Cube. 20 million, think about that. As you and I maybe played that as a kid or toyed around with it, maybe we got frustrated, we peeled the stickers off and then put it back on, or we took it apart and we put it together, whatever, or maybe we figured out like 2 or 3 sides and then, shoved it away, whatever, right?
Right.
Those same supercomputers found there are really only 18 to 20 critical moves to solve the puzzle. What if you knew those 18 to 20 critical moves? See, in business, Derek alluded to this earlier in his own way, but there's nothing worse than putting a ladder on the wrong wall and going up it, right? So what are the 18 to 20 moves? And let me even narrow it down to 1. Right now, as you're listening right now, you don't need 20 ideas. I think Jeff Bezos, Derek said it best. He says, ideas are one thing, but far more important is execution or implementation.
Right?
So as you're listening right now, what's the one thing that you can do, right? One thing. Then what next one thing that you can do that would have the single greatest impact, multiplier, maximizer, optimizer to you and your business? Chances are it's probably related to some kind of a strategy around your positioning, which is one of the P's in our 6P method. It could be around the packaging. It could be around the promoting. It could be around a better process. Right? Like, for example, one of our clients that we're working with right now, they had a really good business model, a really good process. We came in and added our methodology, which we call our red zone marketing system. And we took them from, about 100 or so candidates a year to close to 100 a month.
Wow.
And they experienced hockey stick growth because they had, like going back to the Rubik's Cube example, they had one of those critical moves or processes in place that matter.